All right, what's up, everybody, man? We have a new Battlefield game coming. No release date yet, but they said it's well, not they said, but no, they have a playtest out for it right now, and people are a little skeptical on it because the last few Battlefield games have not been that good. And me personally, I'm a fan of Battlefield. I love Battlefield. I think Battlefield, when it's right, it's a top five multiplayer experience. Um, yeah, it's a top five multiplayer experience. It's fucking wonderful, man. Some of my favorite Battlefields are Bad Company. Bad Company 2. That was my first Battlefield game. I love that game. Bad Company 2, 1943 or 1946. I can't remember what it was called. That one it was a very minimalistic Battlefield game. I think it only had like 3 weapons. Like each class had 1 weapon, but it still was the core of what made Battlefield fun, which was the experience. That one, I'm gonna put. I don't remember 3 like that, but I do remember 4 because 4's launch was so buggy. The launch for 4 was so buggy that it took them so long to fix it. But when it worked good, it worked. It was phenomenal, man. I still remember like storming this one resort or one Hawaiian beach, and like the environment changes the battlefield. Like I still remember like this one building just falling down, and in Rush. It's so fun. Rush is so fun. That's probably my favorite game mode in Battlefield, Rush. I like Conquest. Conquest can drag on a little bit too long, but one thing that I'm not a fan of 5, but one thing that 5 did do and throw in there was Breakthrough. And it was real fun. Like, you know, it was basically Rush and Concord put together. So no, that was a fun experience. So overall, I'm a fan of Battlefield. I just want Battlefield to be good when it's good. And even the last Battlefield with 2042, it was no cross gen. So you basically had to buy a new Battlefield. You had to buy a new Battlefield. You had to buy a new Xbox if you wanted to play Battlefield with your friends. So I ended up buying the S, and I got Battlefield 42, and that was the first game I got on my S to play with my friends, because when Battlefield drops, we all may play with different things, you know, 2K, NCAA, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Blase Speed, whatever. But when Battlefield drops, all my friends stop what they're doing and play Battlefield. I remember when Battlefield 1 came out and I was in college. When Battlefield 1 came out, the experience was so fun because I had these dudes that I was playing with in New York, and we would play every day at this one time. They would tell me when they got off work. I'll tell them when I got off work. We would play every day for like 3 hours. And that experience was so fucking fun, man. I miss that about games, man. I miss having the experience. I know everybody is you know, we're older, we're working, we're doing a lot of things. We got families. We can't play the game as much as we used to. But when Battlefield is good, it's good. It brings that nostalgia out of me for Xbox playing, man. I don't remember I had a Battlefield on PlayStation, but I'm pretty sure it's on. I know it's on PlayStation, duh. But most of my Battlefields were on Xbox, and just having that experience, like I said, top 5 multiplayer experience. But 5, Hardline, 2042, they were misses for me. So let me know before we watch the video, man. Just let me know, like, what's your favorite Battlefield? What is your favorite Battlefield? Mine's is, I'm gonna say 1. I'm gonna say 1 and 4, 1 and 4. But yeah, let's watch this Battlefield. It's not Battlefield 6. It's still in alpha, I think. So
defending that last point in Breakthrough.
yes,
You and your squad going together, trying to accomplish something.
Helicopter crashes
so
against the
it's
building next to you,
more
and all of a sudden the
modern.
roof drops on your
This
head.
one, well, it might be like,
Play is the destruction.
I don't
You've
know.
got tanks,
I don't
you've
know.
got jets.
It's like
you
a
get a bit
montage of
sweaty
it.
in your palm.
That's full all-out military experience.
Yes, sir.
It's just unlike any other game I've played.
Nope. When I tell you, when Battlefield is good, it's a top 3. It's a top 3 game. Top 3 multiplayer game when it's good.
This franchise comes with a long history, spanning over 20 years now.
But the question is, how do we continue to build on that and push Battlefield to the next level?
It's true.
I've been playing Battlefield since long before I joined the team. When 1942 first came out, the amount of fun that we all sat down and
So it is 1942. Battlefield 1942. Very minimalistic, bare bones Battlefield game. Only like fucking 5 weapons in there, but it was still good. It was still the core of what made Battlefield good. The squad playing, the communications, and the destructible environments, and the multiplayer experience just overall.
have with it is just, still like a fond memory. So in joining the Battlefield team, it was about the opportunity to give the team that space to do something just more amazing even than they've done in the past.
All right.
We set out with this ambitious idea of creating this new Battlefield universe. And to make that vision a reality, we had to think big.
Okay, so they're doing this. Okay, so hold on.
One of our 4 studios comes with its own culture.
So I know Dice, and I know Ripple Effect, and I heard of Motive. I might have heard of some previous work they did. If they recall something else, I don't know. But I heard of Motive before. I have not heard of this other one. Though.
Culture and expertise into what we call Battlefield Studios.
One team that spans across the globe and combines 20 years of franchise experience with emerging talent.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
DICE
Like
has
hearing
such a rich history with Battlefield. We've been working on it for years and years.
That's
but we
what I
also
know
want to do
Battlefield
something
for
bigger
DICE.
and better than we've ever done before. And you can't do that with one studio.
See, that's another thing that I feel like a lot of AAA games are like doing. Like a lot of people are getting turned off by trying to integrate new things into these old franchises. Like when they put battle royales, and when they announced the battle royale for Halo, when they announced the battle royale for Battlefield, like you guys aren't centered around battle royale. I come to Battlefield for Conquest, Team Deathmatch, Rush. I come there for like squad based things. I don't want that I don't want a battle royale in Battlefield. It kind of takes away from what the heart of the game is. Leave the battle royales for games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, PUBG. Leave the games who have already established a battle royale. I feel like you should leave it for them. I may be wrong at that, but I didn't hear anybody talk about the Battlefield battle royale. Did you?
DICE is responsible for the multiplayer part of the game,
And that's what I know DICE for,
which
multiplayer.
incorporates things like
Story mode
destruction
is cool.
systems, class
Battlefield 3
play,
story mode,
squad
top tier.
play, vehicles, gadgets,
And one was pretty
all
cool.
of those kind of
Story mode
underlying
was good.
systems that drive the experience.
You want to have a story mode in your multiplayer game, regardless, because
So
everybody
here at
might not want to
Motive,
play
we're working
multiplayer.
on multiplayer maps, and we're also working on single-player mission content.
One thing about
We're
Battlefield, the maps
driving a
are
cinematic
phenomenal.
experience to the level that's never been done on Battlefield before.
Ripple
Ripple
Effect,
Effect.
has a long history of working on the Battlefield franchise.
We're working on an experience that is really going to open Battlefield up to a whole group of new players.
So they're going
but
behind
really
the
still
scenes like
exciting
Black
that
Ops
core
did.
audience that has made this franchise so successful.
All right.
Criterion have been supporting Battlefield for a decade now, and now we're going to bring that to the table as a fully fledged kind of partner in the Battlefield studios.
Mainly, we've been focused on the single player experience. So
I don't play Battlefield for single player. You guys might. I don't play it for single player. I play it for multiplayer. I boot it up, go straight into multiplayer. Kind of the same thing I do with Call of Duty, but Call of Duty's multiplayer is a little bit more cinematic and fleshed out than Battlefield's is. Even sometimes with the story mode, the Battlefield feel like multiplayer. The Battlefield, the campaign feel like multiplayer in some of them Battlefield games. It feel like you're fighting bots. So maybe in this one they kind of reinvigorated a little bit. I know with 3 they actually gave some soul and depth into some of their characters, but with that's the only story mode that I remember. Even with 1, you were a soldier and you were interchangeable.
Pain is back for Battlefield.
We have never before had this many teams and talents dedicated to the development of Battlefield.
I hope y'all treating
And
them
we
right,
have
paying
a
them
plan
right.
to create a new, exciting future for the franchise
Yeah, I'm sorry.
alongside our players.
This game has so much potential. So I think it's about giving the team this time.
It does. I feel like it's a lot riding on this Battlefield game. It's been a lot of misses for Battlefield lately.
We have to find gameplay that really resonates with the players and then build on that.
Battlefield Labs is our new development initiative where players will get to test specific focus areas in the game.
And we've done similar things in the past, but this is a whole nother level. We're doing it before we launch the game, and we're doing it with so much more content.
It's an exciting way for us to interact with our audience before things go live and make sure that what we have is really fun and polished.
And we have to test everything, combat to destruction to maps and modes.
We're going to test all the new features that we're putting out, and we're going to test hardware like weapons, vehicles, and gadgets.
We can try different things, but also validate what players are expecting from Battlefield.
That feedback is crucial in helping us know what to prioritize, what needs improvement, and what feels like a true Battlefield experience.
We're pre-alpha, so now is the time to test all the experiences our teams have been building for our upcoming launch and beyond. Join our Discord where you can learn more about our new closed testing environment. We call it Battlefield Labs. Let's build Battlefield together.